Will do.
Hello everyone, Jeff Eccles here with The Lonely Vine. A little bit different intro there, actually an intro. I haven't had one before, so hope you liked it. I had a lot of fun making it. I've watched it like 100 times because I like it so much. So, but you know, and then I had a little fun there picking the wine out of the wine fridge, and you know, it was the one that jumped out at me today, and I obviously am on a big Italian wine kick because what I pulled out was an Italian wine, and that's what we'll be trying tonight. This time around, we are going with the Terra Rossa. This is a Rosso di Montalcino. This is a Tuscany region wine, so this is going to be 100% Sangiovese. The Montalcino is a little bit just east of the Montepulciano that you've seen me talk about before. This one, so this, just to give you a little background, in case you've heard of Montalcino before, the kind of the big brother of this style of wine is the Brunello de Montalcino. This is the Rosso. This DOC has been around since 1984, so relatively new, and it's really built on the Brunello de Montalcino. You know, they are 2 years, I think, aged in cask, and another 4 to 6 months in bottle. You know, so it's kind of along the lines of some of the other Italian wines where they have a long shelf life before they can be released. A lot of bottle aging, cask aging before they can be released, and you know, the wine producers, they need a little something to keep the lights on, and so that's where this style of wine came from. This is 1 year in cask, and it may not even have to be in cask, and then 6 months in bottle, I think. Hopefully I'm right on that. And you know, so it's a way for them, a couple different things they can do with it. It's a way for them to, you know, generate some income before their more expensive wines, their more aged wines, their higher level wines come out. They can also, in years where they start making a Brunello and the Brunello's not coming along the way they want after 2 years or so, 3 years, they can drop it back and say this is a Rosso. And they can still, you know, get financial gains out of it. So that's what we're tasting today. Like I said, this is the Terra Rossa, and this is made by Rodolfo Cosini. It's a 2006, and like I said, this is 100% Sangiovese. So let's get to it. So, you know, I've been tasting a lot of Sangioveses, it's seen on here, so you know, we have some good reference points on things to look for, things to smell for, things to taste for. Color-wise, it's what we would expect. You know, it's pretty light in color. You know, there's a little bit of staining, but not a whole lot. You know, there's a little bit of that characteristic, you know, kind of orangish kind of color on the rim. You know, it gets pretty light. The wine is light. You know, kind of that ruby kind of color, maybe even a little lighter than that. So what we expect. Now let's see what this one is going to show us on the nose. I'm really starting to be able to recognize those olfactory profiles. You know, I get that sour cherry kind of thing going on. I get that anise or kind of that licorice component. You know, there's a little bit of that dusty kind of quality, and you know, and there's a little bit of that. It's kind of like, you know, forest floor kind of thing, and this one may sound weird because I've just kind of experienced it lately, and so maybe it's just on my brain, but there's a little bit of like a Bisquick kind of component to it. Like, you know, I know Bisquick doesn't have a real strong smell to it because it's, you know, mostly flour. But if you've ever smelled dry Bisquick, there's a little bit of that going on. All right, so let's move on to the palate. Bisquick. Yeah, you know, and a little bit of that, like I was saying, that forest floor or, you know, black tea, green tea, that tea kind of thing. There's that palate. That's what I was on. So really get that sour cherry going through. There's a nice real tartness to this. Acid levels through the roof. Really coming on strong, still coming at me. You know, there's a decent finish to this wine as well. There's a little bit of a chalkiness to it, and maybe even a little bit of a cocoa kind of thing on the finish. Not real big, not real powerful, but there's a little bit of it there. But really, there's a nice chalkiness that really comes through on it. You know, and I'm even getting you know, some of those, that tea kind of thing coming through. You know, I like my Sangioveses. Okay, you know what? I think that's going to do it for today. Going to keep it short, going to keep it quick. Question for the show really is, you know, what did you think of the new opening? Did you like it? Did you think it was a waste of time? Let me know what you think. The new logo, you know, there's a lot going on there. So let me know what you think. I would love to hear from you, love to comment on you. You know, keeping on that Italian wine kick, I think even next week's show is going to be another Italian wine, but more to the white. At least that's what's planned. Everything can change in a week. So I need a little bit more. A little bit more so that I can say, until next time, everybody, until next Thursday, everybody, cheers.